Pat claims he left after he drove around. But where did he go? Somebody asked me the question before. Where did he go? Pat, we know, he claims that he went to meet a man. He got a call from the agency. Why is he getting a call from the agency if this is an independent act? And the agency asks him to meet up with another driver to take that driver's money and buy some kind of a green card so that they can deposit the money, a green dot card or something it's called. And so he can deposit the money. He was supposed to go to Horace Boulevard in Queens and make that meeting with the other guy. The police said they interviewed everybody. They interviewed and they confirmed Pac's alibi, that that's where he was. And that's what he did. The police never got in touch with the agency that was involved, and the other driver did meet Pac. Not necessarily to drop money off in Green Dot. We don't know the real reason they met. But I talked to that guy. He's in Miami right now. I tracked him down, and I called him. And he said, no, the police never interviewed me. I know nothing about that. So that's what happened to Pac. Next morning, there he is, Dr. Peter Hackett. Dr. Peter Hackett, a man with no practice of medicine whatsoever, who had worked in emergency rooms and got fired because he was accused of theft of drugs in the Long Beach Memorial Hospital emergency room. You see the picture on the right? Fairly famous picture, right? That's when he falls down claiming he had a heart attack or defibrillation moment. Hackett claims it was he told, under oath he said, that he told the family the Gilbert family, that it was his mission to find Shannon Gilbert only a week after she went missing. That's what he said. And he did everything he could to carry out that mission. Like erasing the tapes. There's an old story, a story by Arthur Conan Doyle of, what's his name, Sherlock Holmes. And it's called The Adventure of Silver Blaze. And in that story, the case is solved by Sherlock Holmes because the dog didn't bark when the dog should have. You may remember that. It's a famous story. Hackett and his wife are the dogs that didn't bark in this case. Hackett, who had made it his mission to find Shannon, claimed that 1 to 2 weeks after she disappeared, he formed the opinion that she had fallen down, hit her head, had intracranial bleeding, wandered into the marsh, and died of natural causes. And he told this to his wife, who also claimed she had the same opinion in that period of time. And in their mission to find Shannon, listen to what they did.
Drop the mic.
Thank you. Sorry, I keep doing that. He never looked in the marsh. Testified. He never looked in the marsh where he thought she was. He didn't, when he was visited by a Pac and Diaz, a boyfriend, on Monday, May 3rd, to see what happened to Shannon, and he talked to them. He made all these calls right after that. He never called Shannon Gilbert. The one person you're looking for, you never call. And I have all this, in evidence. He was a former police surgeon of Suffolk County and the head of emergency medical services in Suffolk County until he got fired. And he called the Ellenville Police Department to see where she was. He called the Jersey City Police Department and talked to Camacho. But he never called the Suffolk County Police Department. And he even had their numbers written down. I saw it. He never called any of them. He never called any of his neighbors to say, hey, did she knock on your door? The vice president of the association who's looking diligently for her. He never called any neighbors. He never called Barbara Brennan, his close friend, who the next week is at the party at his house on May 9th, Mother's Day, that he's hosting, and he never talks to her about what happened to Shannon Gilbert. And this is when Shannon Gilbert's posters are up in the community already. So who did he call? Well, he called Camacho. And for those of you who have any doubt that when Mary Gilbert gets the call from this Dr. Hackett, who she didn't know, and he says to her, I run a home for wayward girls, and she wants to go in it, and I need your permission, but she left with her driver and hasn't come back, and I'm worried. And everybody says, well, Mary Gilbert's a little bit crazy, you know. That didn't really happen. Cesar Kamacho, in writing the Jersey City police records, he told Camacho the same story. And Camacho immediately suspected him of being the killer and set up a meeting for him to meet with Camacho in Oak Beach to walk in the marsh together. Hackett made the appointment, didn't show up, and then quashed it again. He said, I have to go to Arizona. I can't have it. And never would contact Camacho again. And then Camacho, along with the FBI, the Nassau County Police Department, and the New York State Police, were all told, get off the case by Spoda and Burke. And so Camacho no longer investigated any further. That's what really happened.